No soul is safe. Let the harvest begin.
Booth, we know you have suffered. Thousands more will die, as your family did, unless Lazarus is stopped.
The car is like nothing you've ever driven before. Super fast and armed to the teeth. We'll be in touch. Now take the battle to the streets. The Disciples of Lazarus are an extremist terror cult. They've blown up the Golden Gate Bridge and orchestrated a massacre at a shopping mall. It was in this massacre that you lost your wife and daughter. Now we, the Temple, want you to use your supreme driving skills to fight back against Lazarus and his fanatical followers. A car has been set up for you. The road to revenge starts here.
Okay, Booth, you're in position and ready to go. First, take some time to get a feel for the car and take a tour of the city. See that chopper? It's just dropped you off some cash. What can I say? Mission failed.
The Disciples of Lazarus.
Okay, Booth, you're in position and ready to go. First, take some time to get a feel for the car and take a tour of the city. See that chopper? It's just dropped you off some cash. What can I say?
The Disciples of Lazarus are an extremist.
Okay, Booth, you're in position and ready to go. First, take some time to get a feel for the car and take a tour of the city. See that chopper? It's just dropped you off some cash. That green arrow on your scanner always points to your next objective, whether it be a target vehicle or a destination. Follow it. The green arrow's pointing to your next destination, the garage on Sunset Hill. Head there when you feel comfortable with your vehicle's controls. The gas station is inside this compound. When you find the gates, you'll have to run them down. Fill up here if you're running low during a mission. Just pull up between the pumps and the gas station. You can also get your car repaired in the shop around the side. A white arrow will appear on your scanner showing you the way to the nearest garage when your health or fuel is low. There's a helicopter waiting outside for you. Follow the green arrow to its position. The police helicopter's the closest thing you've got to a friend in this city. He has a blue arrow pointing to him and will guide you through some basic combat. Follow him. Don't worry if you have trouble keeping up, as he'll wait for you. This is a weapon pickup. Just drive over it to get it on board. Another weapon pickup. Now you've 2 weapon options, you lucky guy. Okay, we've set up a dummy vehicle for you to destroy to test how your skills are developing. There's a red arrow on your scanner pointing to it, as this is your closest target. Well done, your first kill. I've dropped $1,000, which you need to pick up. This should cover the cost of fuel or any repairs you may need to make during the mission. Now let's see what you can do with a moving target. There's a dummy enemy vehicle driving around the building next to you. Use the red arrow to guide you to it. Now follow the chopper, which will show you where you can replenish your ammunition. Pickups in this warehouse. We don't provide keys. You'll have to shoot around the doors to get in. There should be plenty more ammo and weapons pickups in other warehouses around the city. Oof, looks like things are hotting up. We've had a report of a disturbance in the park. 2 of Lazarus' tanks are causing trouble. The chopper will lead you to them, then it's up to you to take them out. Remember, the green arrow points to your next objective. Use your nav pad to work out the best route. You'll have considerably less traction on grass. Don't get into deep water. Another tank's been spotted. Follow the chopper and he'll lead you there. police officer was stranded when the tank damaged his car. Pick him up and give him a lift back to HQ. Get to headquarters. Sharpen up those corners, and I think you'll do all right.
Lazarus is trying to boost his cult's funds, presumably to buy more weapons. Some valuable gems have been stolen from King Jewelers, and the proprietor's daughter held hostage to prevent the theft being reported to the police. She's being taken away in a van. Locate and tail this vehicle, but do not destroy it or your mission will have failed. You must also pick up any jewelry being dropped by the van en route.
There's a robbery in progress at King's Jewelers, and the manager's daughter has been taken hostage. Lazarus' disciples are suspected. This isn't far from your present position, so go for it. Do not attack the van, as we can't guarantee the girl's safety. Hang back and be patient, but remain on your guard. They may come after you. A chopper is dropping off weapons and armor. Collect all the dropped jewelry. If it's left lying around too long, it'll be looted. The collection is worthless unless all the pieces are returned. The robbers have dumped the cars and switched into choppers. Don't worry about the girl. She's safe in the van. The police will look after her. If you want to destroy the choppers, you'll have to steal some homing missiles from the military base. Rockets, then sweep the city for the choppers. Come back here if you run out of ammunition, but be careful of the laser tower. This is a turbo pickup. The green triangle activates it. Use it to get past the laser tower and reach the homing missiles. When you pick them up, you can use one of them to take out the tower, but don't get too close. The helicopters were last seen heading to the northeast, northwest, and central areas of the city, respectively. Sorry, Booth. Mission failed.
Lazarus is trying to boost his cult's...
There's a robbery in progress at King's Jewelers, and the manager's daughter has been taken hostage. Lazarus' disciples are suspected. This isn't far from your present position, so go for it. Do not attack the van, as we can't guarantee the girl's safety. Hang back and be patient, but remain on your guard. They may come after you. A chopper is dropping off weapons and armor. Collect all the dropped jewelry. If it's left lying around too long, it'll be looted. The collection is worthless unless all the pieces are returned. Robbers have dumped the cars and switched into choppers. Don't worry about the girl. She's safe in the van. The police will look after her. If you want to destroy the choppers, you'll have to steal some homing missiles from the military base. Rockets, then sweep the city for the choppers. Come back here if you run out of ammunition, but be careful of the laser tower. This is a turbo pickup. The green triangle activates it. Use it to get past the laser tower and reach the homing missiles. When you pick them up, you can use one of them to take out the tower, but don't get too close. The helicopters were last seen heading to the northeast, northwest, and central areas of the city, respectively. Your scanner is activated. Looks like he's headed for the docks to the northeast of the city. scanner is activated. He should be somewhere in this area, north of the park. The scanner is activated. He should be in the central area. Well done, Booth. That's all the Disciple Thieves dealt with. Just head back to King's Jewelers and that should wrap this up. Well done. The choppers have been destroyed and the girl is safe. The jeweler has even stumped up a reward for recovering the jewels.
How handy are you with wire cutters, Booth? The Disciples have planted a bomb downtown, and it's only a matter of time before this goes off, costing hundreds of lives. Race across the city and deal with this threat.
Head to your next waypoint. When you reach the car bomb, park next to it and let the bomb disposal guy defuse it. Three men have been spotted leaving the scene in a black van. They're a suspicious-looking bunch, could be disciples. Get after them. Looks like the bomb was a decoy. Those three men are fanatical cultists intent on killing the mayor. We've dropped some weapons outside HQ in the north. Pick them up while we do our best to discover the mayor's location. tracked the mayor's car and warned him. He'll appear as a blue arrow on your scanner. He's waiting for you due south of here, but the psychos are on his tail. Step on it. Hurry, Booth. All right, we're on the move. The limo's bulletproof, but that doesn't mean it can take hits forever. Make sure you keep the mayor alive. Booth, big trouble. We've picked up a lot more additional fanatic activity. It looks like Lazarus is involved as well. Be careful. There's a mechanical problem with the limo. The engine's cut out. Defend the limo until every cultist has been destroyed. Now that you've dealt with the threat, pick up the mayor and hurry to HQ. We'll take care of him from there. Stop here. done, Booth. The mayor's safe. And very grateful.
It would appear that Lazarus' funds have increased sufficiently for his disciples to get their hands on some pretty lethal hardware. We've discovered he's importing a new laser weapon into the city, which could create havoc on the streets. Relieve him of this device and as many disciples.
Follow the van to its hideout, but don't destroy it, or the weapon will go up with it. The disciples' base is up ahead. Wait for the van to drop the laser and then take it from under their noses. The laser won't work yet. You need to get to a Special Forces police officer to make it operational. Destroy any remaining enemy vehicles here, and then head to your next waypoint where we'll have him waiting.
Nice knowing you. The name's McNally. I'm just loading up some activation software for this laser. Go up to our HQ in the north and pick up a power pack. Keep out of the way of any airborne assholes. The best way to shoot them down is to listen up, Boo. Looks as if Lazarus has this place surrounded. Pick up the power pack for the laser and kick some cultist ass.
Take out all remaining enemies, and then head to the Golden Gate Bridge. These tanks pack quite a punch. Remember, if you take a lot of damage, you can get it repaired at the gas stations.
Lazarus's goons dug in north of here. It'll be quicker if you jump over there. There are some ramps right by HQ. Get up enough speed and you should make it. No problem.
Golden Gate Bridge. Stop by the support truck. Well done, Booth. This will help to stop Lazarus' reign of terror around the city and could aid research into new weapons for us.
A police informant wants to meet with you. He claims that he has some information about Lazarus which could help us, but the guy's a weasel, so watch your back. He'll only spill his guts if you escort him safely out of the city. Apparently, he's managed to fall foul both of Lazarus and his old friend.
Head to your next waypoint. Okay, when you've killed all of Lazarus' goons in this area, the location of your next waypoint will be triggered. Head towards the southeast of the city. Okay, looks like this guy has to be careful. His life is in danger. Get to the pier northeast of here and pick him up. Lazarus is sending an attack car in the direction of our man. Get to him before the cultists do. This guy's real scared, Booth, and with good reason. It looks like the police are after him, too. Make sure you deal with all the opposition before escorting him to his car. Good work, Booth. This guy will order a briefcase drop by the Golden Gate Bridge once he's in his car. Head up there and watch your back. I'll keep you informed of any further developments. Pull up next to the car and let the guy out. He's given us directions to the drop. Don't feel bad. There was nothing you could do. We better check out the information he left for us on the pier. At least then his death won't have been in vain, and we can get revenge on whoever killed him. Download all the info in car, so bring it straight back to HQ. You can pick up some ammo while you're here, then go and have some fun with the remaining opposition. Wipe the streets clean of enemy operatives. HQ. Mission failed.
A police informant wants to meet with you.
Head to your next waypoint.